how overpowered can you get before X? I'm sure you've all seen these videos before. Channels like Primal Liquid have made a bunch of these videos showcasing the different things you can do to get overpowered. But this isn't just another one of those videos. This one is a little more realistic. More specifically, this video is how overpowered can you get before Timber in less than 4 hours. I'll focus on obtaining items and magic that significantly boost your important stats, but take very little time to do. Now, full disclaimer, I will be using the remastered boost options such as 3x speed and occasionally the no encounters just to save time. However, this can all be achieved on any version of the game, including the PS1 original. It just might take a little longer. The first part of this video will also follow a few of the steps that I've covered in a previous Overpowered video in a little bit more detail, so check that one out before this one. First things first, let's name our character aptly, take this guy's 7 cards and head down to the front gate to meet with Questis. She'll give us our first 2 GFs, Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. We'll junction 1 GF to each character and equip the magic, draw and GF battle commands. Then we can go into the GF menu and set Quetzalcoatl to learn card and Shiva to learn ice magic refine. As we're looking to be as efficient as possible, we can head straight into the fire cavern and make our way to Ifrit, running away from any battles up until that point. We'll draw 100 cures from Ifrit to use while we grind, as we'll inevitably need to heal a few times. Then just finish him off with physical attacks, and once we've finished the fight, we can equip Ifrit to Squall and start learning fire magic refine. Once we're done here, we can head to the beach and fight the fight the sandfish for an easy 6 AP per battle. Do this twice until we learn ice magic refine. We can use this ability to refine water spells from the fish fins we've been collecting after each battle. Eventually we'll get enough for 100 waters each, which is a great starting junction for strength, so refine those when you can. Set Shiva to learn strength junction and then continue fighting the fish until we learn card. Once we've learned card, we can set Quetzalcoatl to learn card mod. At this point, I'm just 18 minutes in, we have card learned and we have some basic junctions. But this isn't even the start of what we're about to do. Go into Questis' junctions and change the GF command to card, and then head back to the beach for some more grinding. Only difference is now instead of killing them, we'll hit them once with Squall and then card with Questis. If the card misses, just try it again until it works. We'll rinse and repeat this process until Ifrit learns fire magic refine. We'll set him to learn strength plus 20% and continue. We're basically doing this until card mod is learned, and that's where the OP-ness blows up. Ifrit will learn strength plus 20%, so set him to learn strength plus 40%, and then a few battles later, you'll get card mod. You'll want to set Quetzalcoatl to learn thunder magic refine. Learn that, and then we're done grinding for AP for now. Now, it's the lengthiest part of this initial grind, Triple Triad. Before we play any Triple Triad, we want to head through to Balam Town and challenge the Queen of Cards. What we're doing here is manipulating the trade rule to all, so that we can collect every single one of our opponent's cards after winning a game. If we keep challenging and quitting without playing the game, we'll see that the trade rule will change pretty regularly. We do this until it says all. A good way to test if it's spread to the region is to challenge the guy behind the queen, and if the trade rule's all, it worked. Now back to garden. If we challenge the kid running circles around the garden, we can win the Mini-Mog GF card, which will help us strengthen our card deck a little, so start there, while also collecting a bunch of other cards from him. Once we have that, we'll move on over to the cafeteria where we can collect the Questis card, play against the guy in the back until you win Questis' card. After that, I'd suggest heading to the guy at the reception desk at the garden entrance and playing against him for a while. He has a wide range of cards and a lot of particular ones we want, namely Abyss Worm, who we ideally want 15 of, but 5 will do. We also want at least 5 Blitz cards, who you can get from this guy here, who appears in the library hallway randomly. So grind Triple Triad for an hour or so, maybe 2, who knows. Just gather a lot of cards because we'll end up turning all of them into items which we can refine into magic spells and upgrade weapons. If at some point the trade rule changes to something else, just head back to the Queen of Cards and repeat that same step. Here I am, less than an hour later. I had to reset the all trade rule twice, which was slightly annoying, but now we have a whole lot of cards to mod. We'll go through the entire list, modding all of the cards except for Quistis, Ifrit, and Minimog. And now we can run through our magic refine abilities and turn those newly acquired items into powerful spells. Those abyss worms became windmills, which refine into 20 tornado spells each, hence why we wanted at least 5. The blitz cards end up turning into Thundaga, which we can slap onto elemental attack in order to boost our damage on a boss coming up. Once you've refined as much as you can, go ahead and put your windmills onto Squall's strength stat and instantly see a massive boost. If you manage to win a Tonberry card, 6 Iron Giant cards, 3 Adamantis cards, and 2 Gizzard cards from the Triple Triad grind, you can also go to the weapon shop and upgrade to the second strongest gunblade in the game, Punishment, boosting our strength up to a massive 93. At this point, I'm happy to continue on to Dollet, and it's pretty straightforward. Make sure you kill off Zell and Squall so they avoid leveling up, and then play through this area casually up until the boss at the communications tower. Beat Biggs and Wedge, make sure you draw Siren from Alvaret, and then pummel him with physical attacks or a Renzokuken. Next, we're going to do something that I guess could be considered a waste of time, but since we've got stats like this, it won't take all that long anyway. We're going to farm AP to learn the rest of our current GF abilities, including the new abilities that we've just picked up with Siren. If you don't know how this trick works, I have a full detailed video showing you how to earn 50 AP from each encounter you have with the XAT M092. The video also explains why it's considered a waste of time, so you can choose to avoid this step if you'd like. Once we learn all our GF abilities, it's time to actually kill the boss. It has 4 different drops, each with a 25% chance of appearing. The one we want is a Power Wrist, which teaches the GF strength plus 40%. But since we spent all that time learning GF abilities, I'm not going to reset until I get that. Instead, I'll just continue with the Force Armlet and we'll head back to Balam. Now here's where the real power makes its entrance. If we head into Zell's house here in Balam, we can actually challenge his mum to a game of cards and win her son's card from her. Card modding Zell's card will give you 3 Hyper Wrists, which teach a GF strength plus 60%. Giving one to Shiva, Ifrit, and Siren ensures that each party member can equip strength by 60%, giving some massive boosts. After this, we can go ahead and mod any extra cards we have, then dive into some of Siren's abilities. Life Magic Refined gives us access to Death, Regen, Curaga, which are all incredible spells to junction at this point in the game, and because of the cards we played earlier, they are all accessible straight away. Shoot back through the garden, go through all the story parts, become a seed, be the best looking guy here, and do the entire training center part with Quistis. After you go back to bed, you wake up for your first mission to Timber, but we aren't leaving just yet. If we get the full brief from Sid, we can take the magical lamp from him and defeat Diablos for the next massive jump in power. Oh, you thought 150 strength was where we end? No way. If we equip him to Squall, we can unlock a 3rd ability slot, allowing us to equip strength plus 20, 40, and 60% simultaneously, giving us a massive 120% boost. But it doesn't even end there. Now that we have Diablos, we can set him to learn Time Magic Refine, which is only 30 AP. With our newfound power, we can ditch the Sandfish and move on to the big boy for our final AP grind of the video. In the forest just outside of the Fire Cavern, T-Rexors can appear as a rare spawn. However, if we enter the forest, save our game, exit, and reload, the first battle will always be a T-Rexor. One hit from Squall and then carding will be enough to finish him off, and you can get an easy 10 AP. 3 of these and we learn Time Magic Refine. If we card mod the best card we have, Quistis, we get 3 Samantha Souls, which using Time Magic Refine turns into 60 triples each. If we give 60 triples to each party member, and then in the magic exchange menu, give Selphie's triples away to Squall and then Zell, Squall should have 100, while Zell has 80, and poor Selphie is unfortunately left with none. Junction those triples to your strength, and you've nearly hit the cap of 255. With this setup, Squall and Zell will be hitting like trucks. But what about Selphie? It's hardly an overpowered video without the entire party being formidable. So while Squall and Zell specialize in brute strength, Selphie relies on applying status effects. With Siren equipped, we have access to status attack. And if we spend a little bit longer AP grinding, we can learn Diablos' status magic refine ability to give Selphie a plethora of status magic that she can inflict with a single blow. Confuse, sleep, poison, and even instant death. At the start of this video, I said I'd do all of this in less than 4 hours, but I actually managed to get up to this point in 2 hours and 46 minutes. Definitely not a long grind at all, especially for an RPG. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe, like the video too, and leave a comment if there's something you think I missed out. And what Final Fantasy game should I do this for next? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.